Okay, so tonight we went to the opening night of one of our favorite home haunts in previous years, Midnight Terror in Oak Lawn. Now, this is a home haunt we went to several years in a row. Consisted of a big yard display, home haunt in the garage. It was just a fun sort of event. Had some great props and acting. A short walk through, but it was great. Fantastic. We loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So we were really looking forward to seeing what would happen now when the haunt went professional. The haunt's in a big warehouse, former lumber yard, and we wanted to see what it was all about. And to be honest with you, I have to be honest with you, it was missing something. Something was missing. To sum it up succinctly, it seemed as though the garage haunt, which was much smaller, has been expanded into this bigger haunt, but with nothing in between to fill in the extra space. That being said, there was a lot of blank space, empty space inside the haunt, the walkthrough, just dark walls with nothing else to see, and some sets. And most of the sets were very similar to what was in the original haunt, again, the home haunt, which was very good, outstanding. There were a lot of actors in the haunt, but most of them were just of the jump out and rah type of variety, or yell at you type of variety. And it just didn't seem to carry all the way through the haunt. The haunt itself is also quite short. It's only about 6 minutes long. And it looked very good. It had some great sets, had some interesting things to see here and there. There was a nice crypt scene. There was a nice scene with some strobe lights and white piping and two female actors in there who kind of blended in. It was good, but to be frank, there was not enough to see there, and it really wasn't as exciting as I had hoped it was going to be. It was still a good effort, and certainly have to give a lot of credit to those who run it, because expanding from a home haunt to a professional haunt is a big step, and it's clear that it's a big step. And I think that there's definitely room for improvement there. It's still got a lot going on. It was enjoyable but short, and there were some things that hopefully will be improved upon in the future. So I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 chainsaws. Okay, Laura, what do you think?
Well, I pretty much agree with everything Brian has said. This was a fantastic home haunt that we've gone to, like he said, several years in a row, and it was a 6 chainsaw. I mean, we absolutely loved it because it was a combination of a fantastic yard display with the home haunt, which was the added bonus. I mean, it had the whole package. And the home haunt was, I mean, the sets were great. I mean, everything was fantastic, which earned the 6 chainsaw rating. And now this year, yes, I mean, like Brian said as well, it is a big step to go from a home haunt to professional. And a lot of, some of the stuff from the home haunt was in there. It had fantastic sets. And but the one thing that was missing was the yard display part, because that yard display, I mean, there was so much work that was put into that with homemade animatronic figures, and it, like I said, that was part of it. It was like the whole package that made Midnight Terror what it was. And of course, yes, having a haunt was great too, but we were missing the yard display, so we didn't have the entire, the whole package for the professional haunt. So, I mean, like Brian said as well, I believe there's probably room for improvement, and I give them a lot of credit because they did put a lot into it. But I have to say 3 chainsaws. But like I said, not to say it's not going to get better. I mean, like I said, it was a fantastic home haunt. I mean, I can't say enough about that. So, but yeah, as far as a professional haunt, I'll say about 3 chainsaws.
One other thing I'd like to just say is that our job, we as horror tours, one of the things that we do is we pride ourselves on making objective reviews of all the haunts that we go to. I know that there have been criticisms in the past of other reviewers and things that they're just shills for the haunts. They're friends of the people who run the haunts. They know the people who run the haunts, and they just say it's the most fantastic thing ever, and then when people go there, they're upset. So people are naturally suspicious about people who critique reviews. They want an honest review. And one of the things we set out to do as horror tours is be honest about things. And so sometimes if that means that a haunt doesn't necessarily meet our expectations, then that's one of those things. But it's not a personal thing at all. It's just we wouldn't be doing our job as horror tours if we didn't do that. So that being said, I just want to point out that when we observe haunts, we want to make sure that it's an experience that other people can enjoy. And we also compare to other haunts, let's say in similar price ranges. And now that Midnight Terror is a professional haunt, and we have to take a look at other haunts that cost the same amount. Midnight Terror costs $10 to get in, general admission, $20 VIP. So we have to compare other haunts that charge around the same price, and not naming names here, we won't compare by name, but there are several other haunts in that price range that are either longer or more detailed or have more acting enthusiasm, have less dark space, have more what we would consider of a haunt experience in that same price range. So that's another factor that goes into the haunt itself. But again, it's a decent effort. We definitely think it's going to improve. We're very happy that Midnight Terror has gone professional, and we hope it continues a lot in the future.